Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Chrisley knows best. Todd, slammed for his nasty behavior, pushed Nanny Faye to say she dislikes Lindsie. It's no secret that Todd, Julie, and the rest of the Chrisley family no longer have a good relationship with Lindsie. From time to time, the family and his estranged daughter have accused each other of various things. Fans might remember that a few weeks ago, Lindsie claimed that because of her family's accusations, she received death threats. Later, she accused her father of blackmailing her with her S*X tape. However, something unexpected has now caught the audience's attention. Fans believe that Todd forced Nanny Faye to state publicly that she does not like Lindsie. What else are fans saying? Keep reading to find out. Chrisley knows best. Todd tells estranged daughter to drop surname. Chrisley knows best fans were shocked to learn that Todd Chrisley had asked his daughter, Lindsie, to drop their surname. While discussing her on their family podcast, Chrisley Confessions 2.0, he said that his attorney revealed his estranged daughter was collaborating with Teen Mom star Kailyn Lowry on a 3-part podcast. Furthermore, in the conversation, he highlighted that Lindsie said the Chrisley surname had hurt her brand deals. Todd said, "If you're going to change your last name, take our last name off your social media." He is not the only one who demanded she drop the surname. Even Savannah said that Lindsie is no longer part of the family and has lost their last name. Chrisley knows best. Fans bash Todd for forcing Nanny Faye to say she dislikes Lindsie. A few days ago, Todd invited Nanny Faye onto their family podcast, Chrisley Confessions 2.0. While everything seemed pretty standard, Chrisley knows best fans felt like Todd was trying to put words in his mother's mouth. A Redditor posted a screenshot of Nanny Faye and wrote, "Todd is a nasty human for this." The OP explained that he was trying to bait Nanny into saying she doesn't like Lindsie. "Also irritating that Nanny doesn't talk to her. I don't necessarily like Lindsie, but I feel for her," the Redditor added. The original poster further claimed that Todd caused her divorce, abandoned her, and left her completely alone. Another user replied that the line of questioning in the episode didn't make sense. "It seems like he was trying to rile Nanny up for comedic purposes, but this simply was in poor taste," the same fan added. A third critic added that no man should speak to a woman in that manner. "Todd is gross," a user exclaimed. Another fan wrote that it was an awful episode and nothing about it was humorous or worth the time. How humiliating this was for Todd just to bring on his mother to try and get her to say things she refused to even discuss, the same fan noted. A user inquired about what Todd had asked regarding Lindsie. Another one replied that he did not use her name. The noted fan continued and wrote that he implied that she was a W***. He also tried to get Nanny to say which kids were her favorites, but she didn't answer. "It was disgusting. I saw clips and he constantly tried to get her to shut on Kyle or Lindsie, without saying their names, and also on his brother," a fan wrote. Someone else called Todd vile and narcissistic. Keep coming back to TV season and spoilers for more Chrisley Knows Best updates. The morning sun barely had time to peek through the blinds before chaos began brewing inside the Chrisley household. Todd Chrisley strutted through the foyer with the confidence of a man who'd already decided he was right about absolutely everything. His eyes were sharp, his voice sharper, and today he seemed especially determined to stir trouble. Nanny Faye sat at the kitchen table, a cup of coffee in hand, flipping through a dog-eared magazine. She sensed her son's stormy mood the way a seasoned captain senses a hurricane before it hits. "Todd, don't you start," she warned without looking up. "Mother, I haven't even said anything." Todd shot back dramatically, hand on hip. "That's exactly why I'm nervous," she muttered. But Todd had something to say. Something he'd been rehearsing since last night, pacing their marble floors while Julie rolled her eyes so hard he feared they'd get stuck. "Mother," he began, leaning against the counter with theatrical flair, "I just need your honest opinion about something." "Oh Lord," Nanny Faye sighed. "Here we go. It's about Lindsie." Nanny Faye shut her magazine. "Absolutely not. I am not getting involved in that mess again." "But Mama, listen," Todd insisted. "Todd, no. Just hear me out." Julie stepped into the kitchen at the worst possible moment, carrying laundry and wearing the face of a woman who'd already mediated 3 arguments before breakfast. "Todd," she warned, "leave your mother alone." But Todd couldn't. He'd convinced himself that Lindsie's latest podcast episode, where she vaguely alluded to a certain controlling family member, was a direct attack on him. He wanted validation. He wanted someone, especially Nanny Faye, to side with him publicly. "Mother," Todd said. Lindsie was out of line. And I know you feel the same. I absolutely do not. Nanny Faye said, slapping her coffee cup down. Todd's eyes widened, taken aback that anyone would dare contradict him before 9 a.m. Julie sighed. Todd, she's not playing your game today. Game? He gasped, scandalized. I don't play games. I manage situations, Julie muttered. But Todd, being Todd, kept pushing. He marched over to his mother, placed both hands on the back of her chair, and declared, Mother, you can't honestly sit there and say you approve of the way Lindsie's been carrying on lately. Nanny Faye looked him dead in the eye. I love all my grandbabies. Even when their daddy acts like a donkey. Julie snorted into her sleeve. Todd spun around as if personally wounded. I cannot believe this. My own mother is taking Lindsie's side over mine. Well, isn't this just the betrayal of the century? Nanny Faye calmly stirred her coffee. Todd, you're dramatic. Always have been. Always will be. And you're avoiding my question, he pressed. Because it's a stupid question, she replied. Todd's mouth fell open. No one called his question stupid. Not even Julie when she was in one of her moods. He crossed his arms and stared her down. Fine. I'll rephrase it. Mother, do you or do you not think Lindsie disrespected this family? No. Todd blinked. No, she repeated louder. She's got her own life, her own opinions. Don't mean we gotta fight about every little thing. Todd's shoulders tightened with frustration. He wasn't trying to fight, well he was, but mostly he wanted unity, at least unity that matched his viewpoint. Mama, he said slowly. I just need to know you're on my side. Nanny Faye smacked the table. I am on the side of whoever's right. Which today, Todd, is not you. Julie let out a low whistle. Told you. Todd whirled around. I cannot believe this household. This is mutiny. Before anyone could respond, Grayson wandered into the kitchen, rubbing his eyes. Why are we yelling? It's too early for y'all to be this dramatic. Todd pointed toward Nanny Faye. Your grandmother is refusing to acknowledge betrayal. Grayson looked at her. What did you do this time, Grandma? Nothing, she huffed. Your daddy's just picking fights again. Todd scoffed. I am not picking fights. I am searching for accountability. Same thing, Julie repeated under her breath. But something shifted. Todd's frustration began simmering into something darker. Hurt. Beneath all the theatrics, beneath the loud voice and over-the-top reactions, he was a man who felt misunderstood by the daughter he deeply loved, but didn't quite know how to communicate with. He sat down at the table with a dramatic huff. I just don't know what to do anymore, he admitted, voice softer. She twists every single thing I say. Nanny Faye placed a hand on his arm. Todd, baby, if you want things to calm down, stop airing your grievances like a rooster singing at sunrise. Talk to her quietly. Privately. Not everything gotta be a production. But I like productions, Todd whispered. We know, Julie said. Todd, Nanny Faye continued gently, you can love someone and still have disagreements. But you can't push folks, especially family, into saying things just to make you feel better. That ain't right. He looked down, tapping his fingers against the table. So, he said quietly, you don't dislike Lindsie? Of course not, she said. But I do dislike how you're actin' lately. You're bein' nasty. Nasty, he squeaked. Julie nodded. Little bit, babe. Grayson nodded too. Pretty nasty. Even Chloe popped her head into the kitchen, heard the tail end of the conversation, and said, Yeah, Papa. You've been kinda rude. Todd stood slowly, very dramatically, pressing one hand to his chest as though mortally wounded. Well, he announced, since this entire household has decided to gang up on me, I will take my leave. Julie rolled her eyes. Todd. He raised a hand. No. Do not stop me. I am walking away. I am the victim here. Bless his heart, Nanny Faye murmured. He marched toward the staircase with all the dignity of a man who absolutely wasn't being dramatic, even though he absolutely was. Halfway up, he paused. Mother, he called down, just for the record, I still think you secretly agree with me. No, she yelled back. I don't. Todd stomped the rest of the way up. In the kitchen, the family exchanged knowing smiles. Julie shook her head. He'll come back down in 10 minutes after he cools off. Nanny Faye laughed. 5. But upstairs, Todd leaned against the railing, staring down with a small, conflicted smile. He hated being wrong, but he loved his family more.